Well, afternoon, guys. It's 1 p.m. West Coast time, 18th October 2025 in the King's Day. Excuse me, did I say King's Day? I meant to say no King's Day, guys. Yeah, I said it. I screwed. A lot of people this time coming out to basically tell everybody else who's supporting Donald Trump to have a nice day. But we are not supporting Donald Trump, nor are we supporting any of the ideas. Now, right now, I got breaking news coming in.
MSNBC's Maya England. She's in Chicago's Grant Park. Maya, Chicago has become basically ground zero for Trump's immigration crackdown. What are the protesters there telling you specifically about what has happened in the last few weeks as it relates to ICE agents and their arrests?
Yeah, Stephanie, they've said that they've been really frustrated. I spoke to a young woman who said that she's living in a sense of fear. She's fearful for her family. She's fearful for her community because they never expected to be living through a moment in history just like this. Organizers here in Chicago say tens of thousands of people came out to protest today. We are kind of at the back of the No Kings line right here. I want to play some of my conversation with this young woman and why she came out here today. Take a listen. Oh, no sound. Okay, Stephanie. She basically told me that her grandma was stopped by ICE agents. She was interrogated. Thankfully, she had papers and documentation on her, but since that moment, she's just been rattled. She never thought that a moment like this in history would happen, and so she said she was coming out here for her grandma, for other people from Mexico, for people in her community that were too scared and have been staying inside for the past few weeks. All of this frustration, again, stemming from the Trump administration deploying federal troops to Chicago. We've seen several of the ICE arrests kind of turn violent, and so people are saying enough is enough, and they want to come together with a sense of unity. Everything we've seen today has been peaceful so far. Stephanie?
Maya, stay with us. I want to bring in Jacob Soboroff. Jacob, you were in Los Angeles. The No Kings protests have not yet begun. We're about an hour out, but you and I were together on that fateful day, June 14th, when thousands of people took to the streets in Los Angeles. You are back there today. Tell us what you expect.
Steph, this thing hasn't even got kicked off yet, as you said, but I'm here in Gloria Molina Grant Park in downtown Los Angeles about an hour before the No Kings protest here in the center of the city of Los Angeles about to get kicked off. And you can see they've got a drum circle from the American Indian movement was getting the day started here, but there's people all around, and I want to show you as much as I can. Tony, let's go check it out. I just met my friend right here. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie, you're from LA?
I'm from Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga, greater Los Angeles area. What brings you out today? Did you come out 4 months ago when we were all out here?
Yes, we did. And the Women's March?
The Women's March, too.
Yes.
Why are you here today?
Because my daughter's future depends on me coming out here like my mother walked for Martin Luther King. She marched, she walked, and I'm here in honor of her and in honor of my daughter.
We've been talking a lot about that, Jamie. Rachel Maddow just had a new documentary about Ambassador Andrew Young that premiered on MSNBC last night. And we've been talking a lot about the parallels between the civil rights movement and what's happening on the streets of America today. Do you feel parallels like that right now?
Yes, I do, because my parents and I came out of Jim Crow. While I was at the end of it, we were the result of what happened in Jim Crow. Because my parents who came up from the South, they went into New York, and we were discriminated against Trump. He would not allow us, as being black people, to live in his property.
When he was a real estate developer.
That's right.
And so when you see what's happening on the streets, I mean, especially LA, 4 months ago we were out here, right when those raids got kicked off, they're still happening in LA, those ICE raids across the city, now across the country. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like we're going back and going back and going back, and we will not go back. We fought too hard. My mother, God bless her soul, she marched on Washington, and I cannot stand by while she marched on Washington and me not come out here and stand firm for her. God bless her soul.
Well, God bless you, Jamie. So nice to meet you. Really nice to talk to you, and I appreciate you. I'll see you out. Are you going to march today or just hang out in the park?
I'm going to march.
All right, we'll see you out there. Steph, let's walk around a little bit. I'll show you what's going on out here. It's really an extraordinary feeling. Look, stand with immigrant families, 818. This is the Valley. Maybe we'll talk to these guys for a second, Steph. Hey, can I say what's up? What's up? I'm Jacob. We're live on MSNBC. Hey, what's up? My name is Paul. I'm with Valley Defensa. So, Valley Defensa, my guess is you guys go out when all these ice raids are happening and watch after people in the community. Yeah, of course. We do a lot of rapid response work. We're legally observing ice when it comes into our community. A lot of the work we've done is primarily at the Van Nuys Home Depot. It's one of the areas that has been most hit by these ice raids all across the city. What we've been able to do is by building this network and community of people, we outreach, talk to businesses, make so many connections so that when ice does come into communities, we can be there, monitor it, document it, and build this fast movement against it. I've seen how fast you respond. We all live by a Home Depot, but what is it like, for you all seeing that in our communities and some of the places we go every day, day laborers are there just trying to make an honest day's living, that ICE is showing up still. To this day, 4 months after all of this started, you feel like you're making a difference? As much as the raids are persisting, so are we. But beyond what we can do every single day to be there to respond to ICE, we know it's going to take a mass movement, and that's why we're here to build this movement. Because as much as Trump is trying to implement his right-wing billionaire agenda, it's going to really take all of us using our power, because we're all workers here. We're the ones who make society run. We're the ones working in the hospitals. We're the ones working in the schools. We're the ones driving the buses, delivering packages. We're the workers who make this society run, so we should be the ones that are running society. I didn't get your name. Tell me your name. Paul Ramirez. Paul Jacob. It's so nice to meet you. I really appreciate it. What's your name? I see you over there, too. What is it?
Crystal Vasquez.
Oh, thank you guys for being out here. Thanks for the work you're doing. I really appreciate the time and for talking to me. Thanks a lot. Steph, it's amazing. Before I throw it back to you, I'll just walk around a little bit more and see what's happening out here. But this is Los Angeles City Hall. This is the epicenter of civic life in Los Angeles. And 4 months ago, you and I talked when I was out here on these streets. They said about 20,000 people showed up on that day, Mayor Karen Bass did. They expect maybe twice as many people today. And like I said, we got 54 minutes before the thing gets kicked off, but it's feeling pretty vibey already.
Does it feel safe where you are, right? The Republicans are framing this as a hate America rally. There were thoughts, so, I don't even want to say that it could be violent, but oftentimes people associate protests with being violent, and that certainly doesn't seem to be the energy today.
I think it bears repeating that the protests have been, by and large, peaceful in Los Angeles for 4 months straight. The only time that there was any particular, I wouldn't even call it a wide-scale clash, is when the National Guard and the Marines showed up on the scene here, and on that first day of ICE raids in early June of this summer. People have been out every day to tell the federal government, to tell President Trump that they're out here peacefully because they don't want federal troops on the street, that they don't want ICE in our communities. And it feels very peaceful today. Let me just ask this guy right here, Steph, before I let you go. Hey, what's your name? Hi, pleasure to meet you. Okay, pleasure to meet you too. We're live on MSNBC. Real quick before I throw it back to my friend Stephanie Ruhle, she was just pointing out that a lot of the Republicans, and I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but there have been people who have said that people who are out here protesting, they hate this country. You somebody who hates this country, you're wearing a lot of red, white, and blue.
No, I love this country, and I think protesting is the most American thing we can be doing, isn't it? So clearly, all I see around me is people that love this country and are rising up to fight back against those that are trying to dismantle what our country is built upon.
You're flying your flag upside down today. That's technically or traditionally a sign of distress. Do you feel like the country's in distress?
If you don't think it's in distress, I think you need to really pay attention to what's going on, because there's a lot happening that's pretty distressful beyond just what's happening right here, right now.
And I have a feeling that's why you're out here today. Really nice to meet you. All right, appreciate you. Okay, thanks. Okay, you as well. Steph, so there you go. That's 3 of more than 1,000. I'm not a good crowd estimator, but it's feeling like this thing is getting going. And like I said, we got a ways yet to go before it officially starts.
Keep going. We'd love to see more because, especially the last person you spoke to, he's wearing the red, white, and blue. He's carrying a flag. And when I think about the 2016 election and even the last one, oftentimes the president associates the American flag with the Republican Party, right? And Maryland Governor Wes Moore often says that the word patriot and patriotism has been hijacked by the Republican Party, and he thinks this is a moment for Democrats to take that word back, because a patriot is either Republican or Democrat. They're a true American.
Steph. It's a really good point. I mean, look, let's just do a quick pan. Tony, you want to show? I mean, we're seeing a lot of American flags, a lot of festive, sort of atmosphere out here. Here's one over here, actually, that I think I always love seeing these. Let's go talk to this woman right here who's got a half Mexican, half American flag. I don't know if she wants to talk, but I'm sorry to come up to you on the spot. I'm live on MSNBC. Can I say hi to you real quick? She's just finishing a sip of her beverage. What's your name?
Nancy.
Nancy, I noticed that you're flying a half American, half Mexican flag. I saw a lot of those 4 months ago when we were out here. People then told me it's because they felt like they were standing up for both their culture and their country. Some Republicans are saying people who are out here today hate America. Do you hate America?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. There's nothing to hate about it. It's just there's new people in the world, and that's why we're here. Because I want my kids to know that we all have to get along.
You right here. Who is this right here? What's your name?
Junior?
Junior, you ever been out to a protest like this?
Yeah.
What's it feel like when you come out to something like this?
Good.
Especially when what do you get, Italian ice cream? Yeah. It's hot out here, Steph, so Junior's got the right idea. Thank you so much. It's really nice to talk to you. And be safe, stay cool out here. All right, take care.
Jacob,
Steph, you see,
I think I
yeah,
see
go ahead.
behind you a sort of a Betsy Ross 1776 flag. Is that what I'm seeing? The American flag with
I
the circle
believe
in
so.
it.
We're able
Can we
up
meet
there,
that
yeah.
person?
Should I go try to chase that person down? Let's go, come on. Here we go, guys. Live on MSNBC. Anything's possible. Here we go. Oh, they're going away. Let's go find them. By the way, I gotta look out for the bear. Hey, how you doing? What's happening to that bear?
I'm here with the Democracy Action Network.
Is it hot in there?
I know, it's such bad. There's a little fan. Water breaks our horse.
What's your name inside that thing?
Paula.
Paula, there were people dressed like this outside ICE detention centers all over the country, and we keep hearing over and over, Antifa's outside. These are radicals. Are you Antifa inside that bear?
No, I'm not a radical. I'm just here to promote democracy and no king.
All right, you be careful. Take care.
Jacob,
Not
I think there's
Antifa
a
inside the
unicorn.
bear.
I think there's a unicorn to your left. Am I wrong?
Steph, what would I do without you? Hold on, where'd the unicorn go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. Wow, Steph, this is like, here we go. Here we go. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we're live on MSNBC. I'm Jacob. What's your name? Hi, Angel. Where are you, Tony? Angel, I've never interviewed a unicorn live on MSNBC. Angel, talk as loud as you can because you got a kind of a big snout here.
Say that again, sorry.
I said it's hard to hear you, but tell me what brings you out and to be inside this hot unicorn costume today.
Well, we're here to represent the loving, hardworking community of Los Angeles. We're here peacefully protesting, looking as ridiculous as we can, just so maybe we appeal to the president, because he is a ridiculous leader that is normalizing abuse of power, and we cannot stand and act like nothing is happening.
I've never heard a more serious message come out of a pink unicorn on a hot day in Los Angeles. You're having fun, but you're taking this very seriously.
Well, a few tears come out now and then because it's extremely hard to see so many people speaking for those who cannot be here. A lot of people are hiding at home, terrified that their families are broken. That is a fight that's not ridiculous. So it touched my heart all the time that if I have the chance, I will stand with those who can.
Well, it's really awesome to meet you, and thank you for taking the time today. I appreciate it. Steph, that's a message actually that I think bears repeating.
Yes.
He feels like the president is acting ridiculously, so why not dress ridiculously himself to deliver a serious message to the president? Not a bad strategy.
But I know, and I'm going to go to Maya in a second, but don't you find this profound, Jacob? Like, we're constantly talking about how angry the country is, how divided it is, how it's people's angry and feeling of discontent that's driving them politically, but I can't help but feel like this day you're just surrounded by this feeling of immense joy for community and for one another and for this country.
I've been in tense situations over the last 4 months. Here in downtown Los Angeles, local law enforcement, shot
No.
federal agents dropped tear gas, smoke canisters into the streets. Reporters were shot with pepper balls. That's not what is happening out here right now. This is a celebratory atmosphere. This is a big party in the shadow of Los Angeles City Hall. And look right here. Can I just say hi real quick? We're live on MSNBC. You got your sign, resist now. Yeah, what brings you out here today?
Trying to save America from the fascists.
And that's no small task. How you feeling to be out here today?
I feel good.
I feel good to meet you. What's your name?
Daniel Larson.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Larson.
Hi.
Take care. I'm Jacob from MSNBC. He's in his 8th protest, you said. Nice to meet you. Stay cool today. It's hot out here. Steph,
All right, Jacob, you don't go
party's gonna keep
anywhere.
going, so come back whenever you want.
I will come back soon. I want to turn back to Chicago where my colleague Maya is. Maya, give us an update there.
Hear what's happening, you think?
Stephanie, folks have continued down kind of the downtown area. They're circling back to the park. But I did want to play some of my conversation with this younger protester. It was such an emotional conversation because she said she felt personally responsible to be out here for her grandmother who's from Mexico. Take a listen to that.
Oh, they screwed up on the damn audio recording.
Okay, Stephanie, I'm hearing that it's a technical issue. No worries at all. I can tell you though, similar to what Jacob was saying, I have never seen so many American flags out at a protest. I saw people with drums, lots of costumes. I saw aliens. I saw unicorns as well. I can definitely tell you the veterans I spoke to here say this is the way that they show their patriotism, and the focus has been completely joyful and peaceful.
We actually have that video. Let's watch it.
Oh, let's play it. This lady was asking for directions in Spanish, and my grandmother was speaking to her in Spanish, and out of nowhere, ICE just comes up and grabs them, rips them apart, and my grandmother's interrogated, like, do you know her? Where you're from? Where are your papers? And my grandmother didn't know her, and she started speaking English, and for some beautiful reason, my grandmother had a copy of her birth certificate, her social security card, and her ID, had to tell her whole ancestral line story of how she's from Texas. It was terrifying. She was scared going all the way home. Luckily, they let her go. Issa said that she thought she would read about protests just in her textbook. She never expected to actually be out here in the streets of Chicago joining forces, but she told me she felt so fulfilled and that she had a bit more hope that so many people that share her sentiments and mindsets were with her today. Stephanie?
Maya, thank you. Don't go far, but I want to turn quickly to Boston, where we are joined by one of the speakers at today's No Kings rally there, the Executive Director of Mass 50501, Rebecca Winter. Rebecca, talk to us about this day, what you're doing there, the mission, and the thousands of people that are joining you.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. So we wrapped up about an hour ago. Our current estimates is we had a crowd size of 125,000 people at least. And it was so uplifting. It was such a wonderful moment of solidarity. We came together to stand up for our country today, and I'm so proud to be here.
125.
What happens tomorrow? I was speaking to the former governor of Ohio, John Kasich, earlier, and he said it's inspirational, it's great for people to come together, but there has to be an action plan, a game plan. What comes next?
Exactly. So that's one of the things that we focused on at our rally here in Boston. We had action tables set up with over 30 organizations coming together to teach people how to do nonviolent civil resistance. What we want to see tomorrow is people getting involved in their communities, especially their frontline organizations. Here in Massachusetts, we have an amazing organization called Luce. They do ICE verifying. So when someone sees ICE, they call Luce, verifiers come out, and they try to de-escalate the situation and also take notes on what is going on so that we have this documented. People can get involved in that. Everyone can go out and get trained to do work like that, get involved in neighborhood watch groups. We also want people starting to fight with their money. We want people supporting boycotts, and we want people just getting involved with the community as much as possible and pushing back on our electeds, because electeds are not doing enough to stop our fall into authoritarianism.
How were your interactions today with law enforcement? Today seemed extraordinarily peaceful.
It was, and it was we have a great relationship here with the Boston Police Department. I don't know if I want to go so far as to say that they're supportive of what we do, but they're very respectful of what we do. I mean, we're here standing up for the rule of law and standing up for our Constitution, and they took an oath to both of those. So I think we're aligned in many ways.
Rebecca, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
We are, of course, following mass no Kings Day protests happening across the country right now. When we come back, we're going to return to Boston to speak to another organizer there.
And while I mute the commercials at this point, you understand what we're doing on the state. October 18th, 2025. This is 1:20 p.m. West Coast time. I am in my own home of Roseland, California. There are protests happening even in the Antelope Valley, California. I wish I was part of them, but since transportation sucks. But I do my own bit. This is my bit. This is my legacy. I hadn't done anything live, unfortunately, which I had. But I wanted to show something. I wanted to demonstrate something for the future. Trying to be part of it while outside of it, and it sucks. I'd rather be over there, out there protesting with them. I protest in my own way. I send my videos out. I send my opinions out. And I also notate and document how stressful it is for a government system who wants the violent, absolute violent confrontation to prove its existence to people. I'm saying that there are violent people and we have the right to protect you from the violence. The same violence we're bringing over to you to beat the living crap out of you with. What we're dealing with. We're dealing with multiple cities and towns telling the Trump government, no, this is not allowed. You're not allowed to do what you're doing at this point. We protest. We are addressing our grievances to you. According to the Constitution of the United States, the First Amendment, which guarantees us. And to demonstrate that, I am going to mention that. I'm going to get the U.S. Constitution. I really should have the Constitution here at my desk, where I could pick it up and read it and demonstrate to people what it means, why we do what we do. The First Amendment, according to the U.S. Constitution, and I'm reading this off of constitution.congress.gov, even with my dog, the tyrant, Bellyachin. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or the press, or the right of the people peacefully. Can I emphasize that again? Peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Do you understand the power of these words? Do you understand what people have bled and died over? For words as powerful as these. It's not saying that we have the right to force religion down people's throats. We have the right to express our freedom to worship, but we do not want or demand a government to force religion down your throat. We are not terrorists. We are patriots. We are patriots. We are demonstrating what is given to us and what we must now do in return to protect it by demonstrating peacefully, not with ICE or federal agents or anybody else with a bar up their ass saying, you're going to, now, I'm scaring you. Where's your fear? We have the right to say no. will respond to our fear. No. Ah! Bite me. That's the only thing I can tell him. Is go bite me. San Francisco. They were showing portions of it filling up for marches in the street at Golden Gate Park. I just missed that one on MSNBC while I'm doing my demonstration. It's imperative that we petition in this way, peacefully assembling. We're not Hamas. We're nowhere near terrorism. The government is acting in the form of terrorism. They want the anger, they want the frustration, they want the rage, aimed right back at them to give them power, to give them ego, to give them status. Of course, we can flip them off all the damn time, but we can also say no. And no is powerful. I suggest whenever you can get your hands on copies of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, keep it with you at all times. I know Amazon, I know we're not supposed to deal with guys like Bezos. I'm sorry. Nowhere in the Constitution says I can't. Besides, some of the stuff he's got right now, and I'm probably going to put money into his pocket, but also, I'm thinking of the other way, guys. While you're thinking money's going into his pocket, who's paying the drivers? Who's paying the delivery guys? They're out there doing the job, slaving away. I'm paying their salary. I've been dealing with Amazon for years. And yes, Bezos has a wonderful Blue Origin ship. He wants to go into space. Let him have fun. If he gets lost in space, be my guest. Oh, I'm sorry. He already came up, popped the score, and came back down. Fine. And yes, this will probably hurt a hell of a lot of people for what he's doing. But when I kept looking at the mechanisms that he's been doing at this point over here, how many jobs has he created during that time? I know I'm supporting Bezos at that particular foreign function there. Commercialism has to depend upon the pocketbooks of us. It has to. We believe in capitalism. We got to pay for it. You want your roads? You got to pay for it. You want your services? You got to pay for it. You want the shoes on your feet? You want the clothes on your back? You want the food? You pay for it. That's the reality check. You want air conditioning? You want power? Pay for it. You want the water? Pay for it. Pay for it. Pay for it. Pay for it. Screw what they say concerning about socialism. You want the services? You pay for it. You want your roads? You want your EMS? You want your police, sheriffs? You want streets safe? You want road repair? Pay for it. Of course, we're screaming and yelling. We're paying too much for it. Right. So address your grievances to government about it so they can do the regulations. You don't like what they're doing? Don't vote the assholes in. You march over to your congressperson's office over there and say, you're not doing your job. Get back to work, you lazy bum. You're on vacation? Not on my pocketbook. You work for me, asshole. I voted your ass in. Now you serve me. And we're going to give you lips that no. You either work or vote your ass out. That's simple. This is the United States of America that we live in. But we have a tyrant who wants to grift everything from people left and right. I won't allow it. I'll be a mouth if I have to. I will petition the government for redress of grievances. And this is vocal. This is vocal. We have cities and counties on NBC showing thousands of people gathering in different places, in many communities. We're all telling Trump to go to hell. One last note. There had been a party happening at Camp Pendleton to celebrate the Marine Corps' anniversary. And in such an area, there was an inconvenience happening about shutting the 5 freeway down between Orange County and San Diego to allow their Marines to fire live missiles. And with it, we had the Vice President, Secretary of Defense, and Homeland Security watching it. They were reporting it. At first, Pendleton says, no, we're not going to shut down 5. And then they said, at the last minute, yes, we are. I suggest we petition the government for this particular grievance. That being said,